Greetings. Welcome to Of Darkness and Light. My name is Augustine, and this is a pitch for a prospective patron and or creative partner that will be as condensed and to the point as possible. I am facing homelessness imminently. Tomorrow, my rent is due and I do not have it. I might be able to scrounge it together by Tuesday or Wednesday, but if I don't, I'm going to be served a 14-day eviction notice. I have no means because of my disability to even manage a move out. So I'll just be taking a handful of things and going to a state hospital. But that's the problem, is a part of my plan to pay rent is to sell my car. And so if I can't do that for enough, or if I do that, but something bad happens, and I don't get any support, I still won't be able to pay rent. And then what do I do without even a car? What do I do with any of my stuff here? I have no support, and I'm got my back against the wall, and I am a great artist, and I have a pitch for you. It's not only a humanitarian plea for someone who wants to get back on the track to be a parent again, who has really put themselves together and has much to learn still and share about schizophrenia that will help people. Someone who has much to share about transness, who can speak, who is a meditation instructor and a yogi, who can do all of these things on a platform and make it financially viable over time. But the quickest way to getting set up financially for me, as someone who can write a single book in a month, proven four times over again, I can write an 80,000 word book in a month. Once I get rolling, I'm writing 2 chapters a day sometimes. I'm not playing. I've done this over again. When I get rolling, I can write 6 books a year because I need time off in between each one to kind of get settled on what my next project is. I'll dink around with short stories and stuff in between. I never stop writing. But I found that I take time off between my books being completed and the next one really getting going. But I've hit a point here where I have about 8 books started, 4 books completed, none of them ready to submit. The closest thing is probably a short story collection on mythology that I'm going to continue writing tonight because I don't have means to help myself. That's my key I need to express. If you're frustrated that I haven't sought help and now I'm asking for money like this, please know I have been telling everyone I know, friends and family, for months that I am about to be homeless because I've known this, and it's come down to this. Because my disability is strange and unheard of, and the pathways in my brain have been rewired in a way that prevents me from doing the things I need to that would help me survive in systems of financial organization and routine planning. I need flexibility. I need creative space. I am a person who needs to operate in flow, or I am going to be a very troubled individual always. That's what schizophrenic people need, in my opinion, and at least schizophrenic people who have the opening that I do, which is very wide, which I have unmasked to form pathways that make me highly creative. And I have an unstoppable tap. There is no such thing as writer's block. There is no such thing as writer's block. People just write with their minds too much. When you flow from your subconscious, it just flows. I will never stop writing better English. And so please listen. I have said my name might be Ophelia Everfall. That's not the most sellable pen name. E.D. Augustine. Please imagine that on a book for me. E.D. Augustine. That's my name. Echo Delaney Augustine. I may also have Ophelia Everfall as a pen name for fun fantasy stories, as somebody who, or some of the stories I've already written that might have someone hop in to join me in a secondary kind of joint pen name. That's just an idea. Because some of my old stories need help that I don't think I'll ever give them. But I'll also write things in the future where I'd be like, hey, this would be fun to do a first pass on this the way I do it, and then give it to somebody else, because this story needs a pass from somebody that's going to do it a little different. That's why I would love to have a creative partner who could potentially do that in the future, right? But I can sell the Foundry within the first couple of months here. If I am able to get someone to stake me $6,000 to $10,000, I feel confident that I can get published in time to get a payday, especially along with my unemployment payments that last for 3 months. But it would be even better if that money was managed from someone else. I'm just being honest here. This is a very, very good offer, because I would offer 20 times back what is given. If I was given a $10,000 grant, I would sign a contract to pay $200,000 back, and I would follow any leading. If someone says, hey, this is the story I don't think it's the Foundry, I think it's this, I'm on it. I'll write it in a couple of weeks. I've been battling executive dysfunction and am still battling it. I can't sit down and write every day like I'm supposed to, because I'm so stressed out about the way my brain doesn't work and the way no one will help me. So here I am, back against the wall, and I'm asking somebody. I had a dream when I was a kid. Dreams are very important to me. My mythology is important to me. This has come up and I'm going to speak it. I had a dream where I was Goldilocks when I was a kid. And I was sneaking into a house, drinking porridge, creeping in on bears and their family, and wanting so much to be a part of it. That isn't anything except for my body telling me, one day, there's going to be a family who treats me like a family member. And so if you are potentially someone who has that family that could shelter an artist through a tough time, please contact me very quickly. Or donate. Or send me a message and tell me what's happening, because I am in the tightest corner ever. And I'm going to make films. I'm going to sell stories for television. I'm going to sell short stories for adaptation from other filmmakers. I'm going to speak. I'm going to do meditation work. I am going to publish so many novels, it hurts. And they're not, it's like I'm going to write like Brandon Sanderson speed, but it's a fucking Shakespearean literature, space opera, spec fiction mastermind. I need help with things. I could have better names of characters. But I like my names. I just don't care that much about those. But that's what I'm saying, is if I had somebody who popped in and was like, yo, I like this a lot, but this needs this and this and this, bam, I'd be like, hot, that's a great idea. You know what I've never had? Constructive criticism. Not once. That's how I've gotten to where I am with my weird style. I know it's weird. I know it's bespoke. But I'm here to conform. If you look at some of my last stories, especially Dead and Gone to Heaven, Dead and Gone to Heaven is conformed to modern standards of language and more, and more. And that's what I was trying to do. Epsilon Major is just beyond modern language. It uses more of that structure though. I'm not going to be writing like Time Throws Fire anymore, or Last Rites of Empire. Even Last Rites of Empire is going to find more built out language. It's just such an executive dysfunction spike dump. But there's something glorious about all the abbreviated words, even though they're so improper. It's just, that's such a huge thing. It's transformed my language to finally get over using all the apostrophes. And to add more words into the sentences, basically. But there are certain pieces of fiction that I want to write with that kind of sparse language because it leaves open ends in all directions. And so that is my pitch. Please help me. I will help you back. I will help the world. I will help trans people. I will help schizophrenics. I will help you financially. I will help the state of the world with mythology. I will help art itself. And this will save someone for their mother. I meant it'll save someone for their daughter. But it will save my daughter too, for me. To have me. Because she is still alone, not understanding why I'm not around. And it's not my fault. It's because no one has helped me. I'm not trying to pull on your heartstrings, I'm just saying the truth. I've lived through a hardest situation, and I'm about to be homeless now, even though I've been begging every member of my family for months to help me a little, and no one reaches back out. And I need family. I need support. I have one person in particular that I've been talking to. I have a couple people actually that are going to get this message directly. Please know, it needs to be fast. Thank you.